person that I think, when they say I've tried to help people, then it comes back to bite me in the ass.
Oh.
Okay, so first of all, the main reason, my main issue with Carlos is he is the one who stole my group's life story and sold it to TV1. And for that, I just can't get past it. He had been working with us that entire season on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. That last year he was with us. Him and Todd had already had some like little issues, business issues, because they were doing a production company together. So they already had some things they had dealt with personally. But we was trying to move past that and still work together on the show because he was executive producing. What season was that? 9 or whatever.
Yes.
And he was his last year. Okay. So let's say the season wrapped in November. In December, someone tells me, I was talking to a friend. I was like, hey, we should do like a movie about, our
Escape.
group's life or whatever. And they were like, it was a director that Todd and I were speaking. They were like, somebody's already doing it. And I was like, what you mean somebody's doing it? And so in my mind, I'm thinking it was one of my group members or something. And they was like, yeah, it's a network that's already like, because I took a meeting about directing it. And I was like, what? Now, mind you, just wrapped season
9.
the season in like either top of December or November, end
Right.
of November right there. December, I'm hearing that this movie has been sold to a network. So I come to find out a couple weeks later, I'm trying to find out what is going on, and come to find out it was, in sidebar, his other producing partner, one of the producers that worked for him, who was also at the time I thought was super cool, had called my mom, was like, oh yeah, we want to do a interview you because we're trying to do a documentary about girl groups or something. So we want to ask you questions about, Escape. My mom was going to do it or whatever, but come to find out, he was the person who had did the deal with TV1 to sell our life story. He was, and my mom and it was going to try to ask my mother questions about us unknowingly to get more information, I guess, for the show. So anyway, I just thought that was the lowest thing that anybody could ever do.
Wait, but how does he have the rights to y'all's story?
He didn't have the rights to our story. What I found out, because of course, I was calling lawyers and everything, and I found out at the time that when you're a public figure, people can do
unauthorized.
They can do unauthorized stories about you. Right. And at the time, we had already done like behind the music type of thing on TV1 or whatever. Okay. No, TV1. Remember, Unsung. How they Unsung, yeah. So they had certain information that I guess they could base the movie off of. But my thing was, I was like, never once, all them years we have been around each other, he had never once told me that he was trying to do a movie about us, and to be able and to go behind my back and to do that, and that's our life story.
Right.
I was like, I can't fuck with him ever again.
Wow.
I did not want to. I did reach out to him at first. He didn't answer the phone because I had just heard it, so I wasn't sure that it was him. So I was calling him and be like, yo, like, what is this? He didn't answer my calls. But then when we did some things to start like reaching out to the network to try to get the whole situation shut down, then all of a sudden he reaches out to me. And I didn't want to talk after that. I was like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't ever have to talk to you again. And that's just how I feel. I'm like, that is the lowest of the low. Our first, what was that? First spinoff was the wedding, or one of them. I think our spinoff was the first show that he was executive producer for. Mm-hmm. I literally fought for him to be executive producer of my show, to be the lead executive producer. Right. So for you to have somebody that you went out for, and I always respected him as a producer, to do that to me, I was like, I have no respect for him. Oh. And so for him to now, every time he turn around, he got something to say about me, I'm like, I just give him no energy. But that right there, my life story, that shit gets me emotional, and it pisses me off. So yeah, I don't have nothing for him. Nothing.
I was not
like, how could you do that to somebody? You're around them every day.
Y'all know each other. Like, even if you wanted to do it, be like, be upfront about it. Like, I'm doing this.
Upfront.
What you think?
He could have asked, like, if anything, I would have just asked me, like, hey, how do you feel? It's the opportunity or whatever. Like to just do that and not say anything. And I have to hear in the
Wow.
streets. I was
Wow.
like, yo, cut off.
Kandi.
Never again. Do not, So people always think that it's because of the whole Phaedra
Phaedra.
and
Mm-hmm.
Portia, and that is not why. I still to this day will say I do not believe he ever told her that. He said he never told her that. The networks, did they questioning or whatever? He never told her that. That is a lie in to the depths of hell. So y'all can stop telling that story. Y'all need to go buy the Bravo book. They explain to you that Carlos did not tell her that. So y'all can
Okay.
stop believing that lie. No, I do not mess with him because of what he tried to do to my group in our life story.
Did y'all share an office? I heard somewhere that y'all
Yes,
shared.
we did. When he first was, leaving the trying to do his own thing, him and Todd were becoming partners, and his office was in my office building. Not that I try to bring that up or anything, but yeah, like we was cool. Like
Right.
cool. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Like, how do you go from having that type of relationship with somebody to stealing their life story? I do not know.
Yeah. Wow.
I never done anything to that man.
Right. But give him storylines for the ratings. Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently. And it's just like, golly, it was bad enough that him and Ty was having their, disagreements in their business, and some of the things that he did we felt like was foul or whatever. But, business is business. Sometimes people fall out in business or whatever. But for him to do that, still
Yeah.
alive, this is my life. Like
Right.
you are literally
So
going
is that
to
something
take
that you're
my life
working
from me.
on?
Woo cha.